Alright, so this time we're going to try something a little bit different. We're going to be doing some commentary on top of this. I don't know how well my voice is going to come across on this. I don't know if anyone's going to really like this or not. Go ahead and leave a comment down below on what your preference is on this. So anyways, in this dual video we have Thunder Dragon over on the right and the Infernoid Lair of Darkness over on the left. Thunder Dragon opened up pretty well this time. Batteryman Solar is always a good open. Not as good as the Lupine, but it's always good enough. So you see here he's having to force out doing the Thunder Dragon Roar play by hard making the Titan. And he's going to go ahead and some Summoner here, and then Dark Effect to search out Fusion, then activate Fusion probably, and shuffle back a few cards to make maybe another Titan. Let's see what he's gonna do here. I can't see the rest of his hand. Okay, so he's gonna fill up. Okay, so he kind of went back a little bit, filled up his hand on the Thunder Dragon, shuffling back, and he's making another Colossus, another Coco, as some people like to call him. I don't know why, but it is a thing. Okay, double Colossus. I mean, it's a pretty standard pure build of Thunder Dragon, so that's kind of the whole point of it. It's nothing really special. Infernoid player opening up pretty strong on his Infernoid Decatron. Is he going to be able to send? It's ashed. And no response on Infernoid, so he's going to go straight into a Linkuriboh. Opening up those levels again. A Lair of Darkness. Alright. Set 2. I'll be honest, I've never been a big fan of the whole I've never been a big fan of setting the spells and traps so far back and having your hand over them. I think that's kind of annoying, especially at a regional. I usually try to force my opponents to play a little bit more reasonable. So anyways, Infernoid player set 2 pass turn, toss that Void Feast. A Void Feast going off. That is an amazing card to have out there for that. And he has a Lair of Darkness up too, so he can also banish stuff out of. He can tribute his opponent's stuff and not have to worry about tributing his own. So right here, they're just kind of discussing a few different things, making sure they know what's what. And it goes to the Thunder Dragon player. He's going to start off with getting his search on his Thunder Dragon Fusion. So he's going to see how he's going to have to play around that Lair of Darkness. It looks like that Decatron had sent. Is that Deviati? I get the Infernoids mixed up, but I need to learn them a little bit better. So he's summoning out Dragon Duo, banishing a Dark and a Matrix, and getting a Hawk and a Matrix to hand. Okay, so it looks like the Infernoid player tributed a Colossus to banish it. That's a little funky there, but it's interesting plays. All right, Thunder Dragon, what are you gonna do? What else are you gonna do? You have your Hawk in hand. You have the egg. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Discard. Okay, he's gonna special something back. See if he's gonna negate and banish it. And yep, there it is. It's an interesting play, and I don't know. He could have tributed one of his opponent's monsters instead with Lair of Darkness. He didn't have to tribute the Decatron. Alright, so he let the attack go through. He's going to Linkuriboh effect. Dragon Duo. Okay, so he's going to go ahead and activate effect. No, he went ahead and let it go through. He's going to let the Dragon Duo get the destroy and get that banish the search. And searching out that Batteryman Solar. Doing another Batteryman Solar play. Now, I think somebody mentioned on one of the previous videos that there's also an issue with the Lupine where it is not a Thunder, and that is definitely true. You cannot use it to go into some Summoner. That was another player that's not the greatest with Thunder Dragon. He's still learning it, and so I do have to apologize for that, but it does happen. Anyways, Thunder Dragon player discards a roar to add back the fusion. Then he goes into IP Masquerena, activates a fusion, shuffling back a Dark, a Roar, and a Colossus to go ahead and make another Titan. Solar's effect activates on the summon, as it is mandatory, creating that token over there. It looks like we have a custom Nibiru token. Now Thunder Dragon Titan's just going to start picking apart the board. I think it's getting pretty close to the end of the first game with that. Just because as soon as Titan hits the board, it's usually pretty much a wrap. And I think at this point he's starting to realize that. They're kind of thinking about it, calculating some damage here and there. Gonna check the graveyard, see if he can banish and do anything. But I don't think he really has quite enough. He can summon out one or two things, but the IP Masquerena can just shuffle back something, and Titan can also pop 2 cards. So, alright, going into game 2, we're going to see what happens here. Alright, so Infernoid's opted to let Thunder go first. That I would have imagined the Infernoids like to go first just because they like to set up the Void Feast play, because it's just how powerful that is. But I don't know entirely how this Infernoid player has built his deck. It's kind of, everyone likes to do something a little different for whatever reason. Alright, so right there he kind of fast forward a little bit. He just went ahead and used the token from the Batteryman Solar whenever the Kaminari attack hit the field. Use those two to make the Summoner, so you can go ahead and do the double Coco pass. Super Poly, go ahead and lose both of those Colossus on field. And I mean, that's what it's there for. Super Polymerization is a great card for that. I'm gonna go ahead and activate Terraforming. I'm also not a big fan of activating Terraforming for it to go straight to the graveyard. That's something that a lot of older players, a lot of us like to do, because we didn't really have to worry about the card being negated in certain columns or whatnot. We just activated it if it was, and put it right into the graveyard. If it was good, it was good. If it wasn't, it wasn't. So anyways, going to do the Decatron play. Tries to get hit with a Veiler and sniped out with a Called by the Grave. Seems like the Infernoid player just has all the answers going for him this time. So Decatron sends, I get all these mixed up. Petrulia, I think. And he's just going to go ahead and attack. And Thunder Dragon player doesn't really have a whole lot going for him. Doesn't have enough cards to do much. It's going to go ahead and banish. Oh, and there goes his one search on his fusion. So he really is only at 1 card for this turn instead of the usual 2 whenever you have the fusion in the graveyard. So it looks like Thunder Dragon player is thinking about what he has in the graveyard. What can he possibly do? And he's going to have to force out a Dark to shuffle back some cards and make a Titan. That's kind of one of the downsides of making double Colossus that early, especially leaving double Colossus. You do leave yourself open to those sorts of issues. So it looks like they're just doing a quick little attack over, and then, well, it's a pretty even game state. There's not, oh, and there's a Void Imagination. That should be game right there. That card is just absolutely phenomenal. It's like Future Fusion on crack. I think this is probably gonna be it. We'll see here in a little bit, because he gets to stack up his graveyard with everything he needs. He gets that Tierra, and Tierra is gonna be able to, oh no, he's not even gonna use Tierra. He's just gonna straight up just use Lilith and tribute the Titan. Is going to go ahead and reveal 2 infinite impermanence, and a void feast. So no matter what, there's an interruption. And we don't. Oh, he's not even gonna show us what he got. We'll have to wait and see. It looks like Thunder Dragon players thinking about it and going, yeah, I don't think I can get out of that. So the Lilith, the top deck on the Lilith, tributing away the Titan, just a little too much for him. All right, so we're going into game 3, and we're gonna see. Oh, we have Infernoid starting first this time, dropping that Pot of Extravagance. That card is so good. Oh, hit with an Ash and then called by the grave. Normal summon that Decatron again. Get and see if he's gonna. And he sends Onunku. Let's see. What else is he gonna have? He has the Lair in hand, so that's pretty good too already. Sets 1 and passes. All right, Thunder Dragon. What do you have? Aloof Lupine. Probably one of the best starters, along with Roar in hand. Oh, that's such a great banish. Let's see, he's going to do the egg. That way he can chain block the Roar. Make sure he gets the dark on the board and another egg into hand. Generally at this point, egg is just kind of a discard outlet for next turn or even this turn if he needs to. So he's just going to go ahead and do the safe play, attacking over the Decatron. That way he doesn't have to worry about getting his Colossus or Phoenix or whatever else tributed away. So let's see, what is he gonna do? Double checking. His opponent only has 2 cards in hand, 1 card set, and he gets hit with a Called by the Grave on the dark. Man, that is a rough time. Thunder Dragon is not liking his hands right now, and that's a Void Imagination again. And hit with an Ash. Ooh. It has been 2 turns since the Ash was hit the last time with the Call by the Grave, and he's just gonna pass with that. Oh, that is rough. Starts with the Batteryman Solar. 3 other cards in hand for him. See what is he gonna send on this? He can't use Dark Effect. Roar is free, egg is free, so we know he has an egg in hand, and he's gonna go ahead and send a dark, maybe just to get it out of the deck. He can't use its effect, so I'm not sure why. So he's just gonna Kaminari attack, and he gets the token. So now there's a total of 4 monsters on the board. He's just what's he thinking he's gonna make here? If he has anything good in hand, he should be anything else that's an extender. 2 other cards. One of them is the egg, and one of them is can't see the other card. Because if he had something else that could help him make another monster, he could just do Boral Sword and kill him right then. But it looks like he's okay. So he went ahead and made a Link Karibo with the token from Solar. Waiting to see if there's going to be any response. So he can make a Boral Sword right here, actually, with the Wee Witch, the Link Karibo, and the Kaminari, and with the Aloof that attacked over the. Oh, he's not okay. Oh, he went with a Decode Talker. That now he's kind of regretting going that route, I think. Okay, there we go. There's his Titan. That's what I was curious on, and it looks like that should be game, actually. That's a little bit different route than what you see a lot of the times, because a lot of people just like to go with the Boral Sword OTK, but that's kind of an interesting way to end that. Well, I hope that all of you have enjoyed watching this. I hope you don't forget to like and subscribe, and let us know if you like this commentary, or if you think that we should just go back to having a quiet duel. Well, let me know, because I know I'm not really the best at commentaries. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.